Geronimo. So this is Geronimo? This is what he looked like? This antique photography. Oh, we've come a long way, haven't we? This is like diving into the West, man. I like this stop. It was a good idea to come here. The founder, yes, that's the guy who was looking for silver, and he found it at a mine, and then he called it Tombstone, and then the town was also called Tombstone, which was a mining town, mining for silver. Yep, the founder of Tombstone, and his name is Edward Shefflin. And over here is John Heath meets Tombstone Justice, old school justice, I guess. So this is a representation of Big Nose Kate. Make sure you read this when you visit this place. Very interesting story. So this right here is some pictures of the Apache Indian life. Supposedly this woman's nose was cut off for adultery. Pretty stiff justice, I'd say, huh? Geronimo, got some things here about Geronimo. So in the 1800s, it was perfectly legal to be a prostitute in the state of Arizona, and this is a crib. This is what they used to call it, the prostitute's crib. So this is an example of this bed's so short. How tall were these people? Like 4 feet? I would not fit on here. No way. I'm 5'9". I mean, not even that tall, but oh, toilet. Dude, I have not seen these lamps since Haiti. Jeez Louise, look at that. I don't miss that. This is a very sobering read right here. All right, let's go. Wow. This is part of the older town right here. Feels like I'm back in time. Jeez Louise. This is right outside of where they hold the gunfight. So this is, check out this stable. This is, yeah, frozen in time. It's the old school fire rescue equipment. As usual, it is time to get a souvenir. I'm gonna take this and so I'm gonna take this. The only reason why I'm taking this is because this says Tombstone . This says Tombstone AT. I think that's a mistake. Well, we just got done with the gunfight. One of the highlights. I'm just gonna walk around, get some stuff. I want to get some ice cream over there. Then there's another tour that's kicking off soon. So That is cool. Frozen in time. But before I get something to eat, let's go into the visitor center. Make sure I don't miss anything else. So this is, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I walked into the wrong door. This is the visitor center. Yeah.
You didn't buy a quilt, huh?
Oh, no, not just. This is why I like visitor centers, because they have maps. So I'm gonna take a look at it real quick. So we are taking the trolley. This is a movie set actually, which we are going to check out. We are going to take the trolley tour. It's about a 30-minute tour. There is another tour I recommend that you take if you come to Tombstone. There's so many things to do here, but I mean, we can spend like 2 days here, but unfortunately we have just a few hours of the day.
The second mine that he opened up, he called it the Tough Nut right down here. The reason he called it the Tough Nut, he said it was one tough nut to crack. I don't make this stuff up, bro. I read it in the script, okay? He also called the street here Tough Nut for another reason. He said if you could go from one end of the street get shot, murdered, killed, or fall down drunk, you are one tough nut. Yeah, it's in a script. I'm just reading. Alright, before we go out and try to find Tombstone, let me tell you about some of the buildings around us. Right across the street, that is the world's largest rose bush. Now, not the tree out front. You have to go inside the building to see it. It covers 8,753 square feet. Planted there in 1885 by a little Scottish tribe. Took a sprig of roses stuck it right in the center of the atrium. Grew. 1943 got into Ripley's, believe it or not, and it still stands in Guinness Book of World Records as the largest rose tree. Oh, they're late. No, see ya. Here in Benson, left is the train depot and a couple of cars. It's now the Tombstone Library. It's called the Reading Station. Okay, enough of that. Across the street, that's the Gunfighter Hall of Fame. Hopefully, it will still be open when you guys get back, or after the next night. He has over $3.5 million worth of artifacts. Your ticket will get you in there to see what he's got. Two of my favorite things over there is the wide earth gun that was used on the Tombstone. Got the gun and cool pictures signed by Kurt Russell. And the other favorite of mine is the Dirty Harry 44 Magnum. Got the gun, the badge, the script, and a cool picture signed by Clint Eastwood, who, by the way, just turned 91 years old. Yeah, he just released another movie Friday called Friday for Macho. I hope when I'm 91 years old, I'm still making movies. All right, let's go see if we can find Tombstone. We had a very prominent lawyer here in town. His name was Alan English. Alan English never lost one single case. And what was funny about Alan English is when he would go into the courthouse, he'd have a bottle of booze in his hand. So he gave him confidence. Also gave the name the town drunk. Alan English lived right there on your right. That's an adobe structure built in 1882. Inside walls are about 6 inches thick. Keeps them nice and cool in the summertime, warm in the wintertime. Off to your left, this is the Tombstone Courthouse. It also was built in 1882, and they said it only took them 8 months to build. Quite a feat back then. Now, if you look right down there at that little trash can, follow that wall all the way down the back wall, and then follow back to the back side, down here to the front, right back. That is Arizona's smallest state park. You can see it in about an hour and a half. Well, you just saw it. That's the whole state park. Now, 7 men went to the gallows here at the courthouse, 2 for killing a U.S. Marshal in 1900, but the first 5 were in 1884 in a botched robbery in Disfigure, Arizona. They killed 3 people, including a pregnant woman. Those are the gallows right above that wall there. Now, the 5 men during the court case, they said that they had a ringleader. That man's name was John Heath. John Heath didn't get to the gallows. He got life in prison. Well, the folks of Disney didn't think that was right. The 5 men swung, and he didn't. So what they did one night, they went down to the courthouse, yanked John Heath out of his jail cell, and dragged him all the way down here just past this little white picket fence. Now, there used to be a 15-foot telegraph pole right here on the corner. You'll see the remnants of it. It's about this big, and it got run over by a drunk trolley driver. Yeah, I don't like to talk about that anymore. But anyways, the little black marker tells about the hanging of little John Heath right here on the corner. While they were dragging it down to the end of the street, he said, I've got 2 requests as a dying man. 1, make sure you hang me correctly. 2, don't fill my body full of bullet holes when I'm dead. Well, they honored that second request. The first request, they get it right. Now they threw that rope over the yard arm, tied it to his neck, and just pulled him up the pole. Yeah, he bounced around there for 22 minutes till he finally died. Cussing, fussing, looking like a giant pinata. Well, a local doctor here in town, Dr. Goodfellow, came down to pronounce him dead. He looked around and he said, you know what, I see a lot of my friends from Bisbee. You guys are going to go to jail for this. They said, come on, Doc, is there something you can do for us? So on the official death certificate that's inside the courthouse, it says that John Heath died from emphysema and natural causes. And right there next to the building, one of the Flowery Brothers. Now, as you make the turn, you see a wall here. That wall was not there. There's a vacant lot. There's a little black marker there. That is the official Arizona marker showing where the gunfight happened. The gunfight on Fremont Street. I had a lady last night ask me, was the asshole here? No, the asshole was not here. Off to the left, that is the Shefflin Hall. Shefflin Hall was built in 1881 by Al Shefflin. It's is a dance hall, musical, and opera house, the largest freestanding adobe structure this side of the Mississippi. And get your cameras ready right here, right in this vacant lot, right above this bigot fence. Absolutely nothing ever happened there. Gotcha. Off to the right, the Tombstone Epitaph. The Tombstone Epitaph is the longest running paper here in Arizona. Tombstone Epitaph was founded by John Clum back in 1880. Now, Mr. Clum was the first mayor here in Tombstone. Right past that, the Golden Eagle Brewing House is right in 18. What was that, sir? Anheuser-Busch, you are correct. Yeah, decent bottle of beer right downstairs here. Bring it up on 2 lifts, loading the wagons. Now, they changed the name to Crystal Palace when they started serving beverages in Crystal Loves. Why there for about 30 feet across the street on your left. That man's name is Johnny Tyler at the Oriental Saloon. Now, the movie Tombstone, you see that man's a pharaoh dealer. Nah, the true Tombstone story, there was a hired thug hired by another saloon down the street. He'd go in and bounce people out of the different saloons. Wyatt Earp heard about Johnny Tyler and bounced Johnny right out to the middle of the street. Told Johnny never to come back into the Oriental Saloon again. And that's when he became the proprietor of the Oriental Saloon. Now, Brother Virgil came out of the Oriental Saloon 2 months after the official gunfight. He got about right here, right in front of the trolley. 5 minutes across the street on that balcony, he opened up with shotguns. 3 of them hitting his left side. That good fellow had an office above the Crystal and came down to attend to his wounds. Told Virgil he was going to have to amputate his arm. Nah, Virgil didn't want any part of that. So Doc took out 3.5 inches of humerus from him. That wasn't very funny back then either. We're about to enter the most bloodiest intersection here at Tombstone. Over 70 people have lost their lives. Could have been because of the saloon on every corner, guns involved, alcohol. Now most of the time they walk out in front to speak with the trolley. 71, 72. At the end of the street, those are the remaining mines here in Tombstone. There's over 350 miles of tunnels and shafts underneath the streets. Now in 1972, at the end of Tuck Nut, one of those 9 shafts collapsed. A bunch of cars on it. It's pretty scary. Nobody got hurt. But they all had their seatbelts on. The demise of Tombstone, Arizona happened in 1909. They got down to about 540 feet. They punched a hole in the water table. Started to fill up all the tunnels full of water. Now those pumps lasted for about 3 months. That was the demise of Tombstone, Arizona. Off to the right, the Tombstone Engine Company #1. Makes it sound like there's 4 or 5. Now that was the only one in 1880. There was no pumper steamers or engines. There was a bucket brigade. We had 2 major fires here, one in 1881, burned down 7 blocks from half the town. Thank goodness we put that out. In 1882, burned the other half down. That's how we got the name of the town, 2 times the dime. Now we had a major celebrity here. Yep. His name was Emmett Kelly Jr. He lives right up on top of that hill there. Lived here for over 30 years. Emmett Kelly passed away in 2006.
So we just finished the trolley. There's a couple of places I really want to walk by, but I want to check this out as well. Oh, he closed down the museum. So supposedly, if you come here and this place is open, the gun from the movie Dirty Harry's in here somewhere. Wow, let's take a peek. Let's take a peek. Also, the gun used by Kurt Russell is in here too. The gun he used for the movie Tombstone. Man, looks really cool, but it's closed now. Is there a will return? Nope, there's no. I think it's closed for the day. So this is the old movie set. Check this out, old John Wayne. I really want to also take you guys to the graveyard. That's gonna be a trip. So supposedly the world's largest rose bush is in here. Let's figure this out. So we are in the museum where the world's largest rose bush is, and we also had quite a bit of Chinese immigrants here too, in the Tombstone area. And this is some of their artifacts. Supposedly, the world's largest rose bush is here, not buried, but here. So there were Chinese here too, in Tombstone. Oh boy. Ooh. Oh wow, what a place. This is an interesting place. I've never been in a place like that. Look at that. Look like this could be a place to have people sit and eat. Look like somebody's done that before. Wow, very interesting. Very interesting. Is it here? Is this the rose bush? Oh, I think we're walking underneath it. Oh. So this is the world's largest rose bush. Gotcha. This is the world's... So we were underneath it, actually. But yeah, this is the world's largest rose bush. Cool. What is that? Looks like apples. What's that? Up here? Yeah, look at that apple. This is an apple tree. I think this is my first time seeing an apple tree. Yeah, this is an apple tree. So this is the largest. Yeah, that's the tree right there. The tree stump. Wow, that is awesome. This is an old dog right there. This is an elderly dog because he is out of strength. I could tell by the way that the dog's walking. It's an elderly dog. This dog has seen better days. This is cool. This is a very old house dating back in the 1800s. Oh, it's closed. I wanted to try the ice cream, but it's closed. Alright guys, I want to show you guys. I'm going to walk through the site one more time, the shooting site, and then to the cemetery. I think the show is happening right now. So there's a comedy show in there. There's a gun stunt fight in there, which we're not gonna be seeing today because we're running out of time for that. But this will not be my only time here. I think the things I don't get to experience here, I'm going to return and actually do those. This is just an overview, but this is, I think, for the stunt show and the comedy show. It happens in here, I think. Yeah, so this is where they do the gunfight, the gun stunt fight, and that is gonna be something I'm gonna have to come back to, because I'm pretty sure that my next road trip I'll be driving by Tombstone. So, but I really want to just go to the graveyard and by Wyatt's house and where the actual gunfight took place.